This is an Apache helicopter, my favourite model, but the whole unboxing process is slightly unusual and I've got some mixed feelings, so let's dive straight in. So it's made by Razordon and it comes in this quite impressive aluminium carry case. Now it does look like it's carbon, but obviously isn't. You wouldn't expect it to be for the price, but still quite a good box, which should guarantee the helicopter arriving at the field in one piece. Not too convinced about the sticker on the front though. It seems like a standard home printer on some sticky paper. Hopefully not a sign of things to come. So, let's have a look inside. Flip that round. We've got our helicopter in there. Just get rid of the manual. And let's have a look what actually comes included in the box. So, first things first. It's a helicopter, so let's take that out. Now it comes completely ready to go. It even has the blades pre-installed. It's got a lot of detailing on it. We've got antennas, we've got cameras, non-functional cameras, even got windscreen wipers, we've got all the rivets. I mean, the detailing is actually really nice. So aesthetically at least, first impressions are really good here. So let's have a look what else comes in the box though. So it's an RC helicopter and it comes with its own transmitter. Now I don't think we can use our own radio on this, which is a bit of a shame, but it does come with one in the box, very lightweight, and the sticks are also very pink. One thing that I will say is that it runs off of 4 AA batteries, which is never normally a good start, but we'll give it a go. On the transmitter itself, we also have a few switches going from auto and manual, danger and safe, and we've got options for GPS and what seem to be landing and possibly taking off. We'll have to have a look at the manual and see what all that does, and we'll revisit that later on in the video. Battery, which is very much DJI style, so it's not our usual RC battery where you've just got the LiPo with the leads. This is a full case, possibly got some electronics inside. We've got the typical button for showing the state of charge, and I'm imagining turning on as well. So very much like the DJI, and that fits in the bottom here, something like that. That does mean that if we want extra batteries, we're going to have to use the ones that these guys sell. We're not going to be able to use the ones that we have laying about from other uses. It also means that because it's got an unusual pin array, we're going to need to use their own charger, which is where things get interesting. It comes with this little box which fits onto the battery, and then it converts it into a standard LiPo connector, so we can actually use our standard charger. But the helicopter comes with its own charger, a normal standard LiPo charger with the 4S output stickered off. I'm not sure why they didn't sticker off the 2-cell as well, because after all this is a 3-cell LiPo. But so we can use that for any kind of LiPos that we have lying about, 2, 3 or 4S if we take off the sticker. And this runs off of a 220 volt plug. So let's just get this straight real quick. When we want to charge our helicopter, we need the wall socket, which currently has the wrong type of lead on it for here in Spain. It's got an American plug on it. So I need an adapter to American. This plugs into our standard RC charger. Our RC charger plugs into our adapter base, and our adapter base charges into our battery. Seems a little bit complex, but it'll work. Credit where it's due, there's an adapter in the box, so the adapter from American to European. What else have we got in here? We have a spare tail blade and a set of stickers. Oh, we have some accessories. So even though this thing looks like it's already fully kitted out, of course we're missing some armament on the bottom here. All the missiles which are missing from the bottom here, or guns, they come included, and we just need to attach them to their supports. So this thing is going to look absolutely wicked once ready to go. And then in the box it comes with 4 spare blades, which is always nice, a screwdriver, 100 little tiny screws, and some rubber washers which I'm not too sure where they go, and based on what this box is for, I'm hoping I don't need to find out, because that's a repair kit. And that's it, that's our box. So that's everything in there. Everything fits back into its own slot. Time to charge the battery up, get to the field, see how she flies. So I've actually read the manual, because this is a little bit more complex than I first imagined. It's got a GPS in it which is all stabilised. So we have automatic and manual modes. Manual is more standard heli, auto is more DJI-ish, where it sort of sits still and then you just point it wherever you want it to go. When in auto, it can fly figures of 8 or circuits. Just hold that switch up or down. We've got a safety kill switch, which not only kills the engine, it also kills the servos, which is, I guess, slightly unusual. So that one's very dangerous in flight. And then we've got a 3-position switch here, where we've got GPS, which is basically the standard DJI-ish, as we said a minute ago. We've got the up position, which basically means it doesn't allow you to go higher than 6 meters. And then the bottom one is return home and land. No matter where you are, you can also use the button here. This one is land wherever you are at that moment in time. We've got a high and low rate for the speed of the helicopter, so you can go faster or slower when going at full forwards. You can swap between mode 1 and mode 2 because there's both sticks are on springs. And then to start, we just take off the safety kill switch, and much like a DJI, sticks in the corners, and with a little bit of power, it should take off on its own, like that. So circuits, we hold it down, it moves forwards as it takes the starting point as where we were, and it now does circuits around that initial starting point, all on its own and always nose in. Now even though we let go, it keeps doing the circuits. However, as soon as we make any control input, it goes back to stabilised and sits in the same place. Now if we do the same with the 8, it'll again move out, start flying a circuit of 8, start going the other way around. Not so much nose in, but side in, so it does turn the tail. And then we let go. And much like before, it continues doing the circuit until we make a manual input. All a little bit unnecessary for us aero modelers, but for those people who aren't used to flying RC helis, well, I guess it's a sort of nice feature to have. So full forward speed in mode 1. Not particularly quick. If we change that to mode 2, do the same, it should be a little bit quicker. Well, allegedly. So it's pretty stable. It does vary slightly, it's not exactly perfect, but it's a lot easier than having to control it yourself. If we flip this switch, she lands. So that's the razor done Apache. It definitely looks the part. I mean, it
It's got all the scale details. Flying, I would probably put it more in the toy segment than the proper RC helicopter. I mean, yes, it flies, and yes, it's pretty stabilized. However, it doesn't seem to have a manual mode, so you can't fly it fully yourself. It's always stabilized, and the stabilized is kind of notchy. It's not the super smooth, silky that we're used to with models such as the DJI quadcopters and so on. I'm not sure how many spare parts are available for this either. I've had a look on the website. They do seem to offer a number of spare parts, but I don't seem to see the entire helicopter in parts, so definitely something to bear in mind. Other than that, if you want something that's slightly more in the toy segment, easy to fly, because it genuinely does fly itself, it definitely looks great. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, leave us a like, subscribe if you aren't already, and we'll see you all in the next one with more helis, jets, and big models.